Hi, Stamper fans. Well, that was weird. I tried to go live and it was telling me that it had been deleted from Facebook. So, minute late here, but we're good. Welcome to Make It With Me. Thanks for joining me, whether you're watching live on Facebook or if you're catching the replay on YouTube. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Nan, and I help people slow down, get creative, and stay connected, whether it's crafting together or sending a handmade card that matters. So let's make something that's simple and fun today. But first, I want to tell you we're wearing Redbirds today because Redbird football is in the FCS championship game tonight. So when I sign off, I'm running upstairs to catch the end of the game. So, okay, let's get to it. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with my live there, but I'll have to fix it. Okay, so I have posted measurements ahead of time. Go Redbirds! Posted measurements ahead of time. If you didn't get a chance to do that, just go ahead and watch, and then you can always go back and watch the replay and create along with me that way. So let's see. Redbirds. All right. So today I am making a thank you card, and these are very handy, especially after the holidays. There's always somebody in your life that needs a little appreciation. Am I right? Also, we're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for finished. So if you make a mistake, congrats, you're doing it right. I constantly make mistakes when I'm crafting, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I am using the Lovely Blossoms designer paper, which is a new product that comes out tomorrow, January 6th, as my inspiration for my card. So this pack has 3 sheets of each of the patterns. Okay, so I'm going to show them to you, and it's a really fun one. I'm going to pop this up a little bit so you can get a better view. There we go. So first we've got this gorgeous petal pink with the secret sea leaves and the beautiful white flowers. On the other side, there's a gorgeous little textured old olive. There's only like 4 colors in this color pack, which is just fabulous because it's super easy to create with it then. The next one is a gorgeous floral with a cloud cover background, some more old olive leaves, and then those white flowers with the secret sea centers. So pretty. And the back side is just a tone-on-tone petal pink floral. Again, great for kind of background things. This is actually the piece I am using tonight. It is just crumb cake with the white flowers. Hello, hello, Penny. And then on the other side, a gorgeous secret sea geometric pattern. So you get 3 of each of those that I just showed you, and then you get 3 of this special kind. So I've already cut mine apart, but I kind of reassembled to show you what you've got here. So you'll get 3 sheets that have 3 4x6 pieces, 4 4x3 pieces, and then this strip that is all 2x2 patterns. And the back side is all this gorgeous cloud cover stripe. It kind of looks like mattress ticking, like the old mattress ticking. I don't know that they look like this anymore. But yeah, so these sheets are really nice. They're all pre-printed for you. You can use the back side, as I said, they're all just this one all over pattern, or you can cut them apart and use them as pieces. And this little guy is what I'm using as my focal point tonight for my card. So let me clean these up, get these out of the way, and we will get started. So if you've got the measurements that I put out ahead of time. Apparently it's my first Monday back to work after the holidays, and whew, I guess my brain's fried. But so you might have things pre-cut already, which is great. And if you don't, as I said, just you can follow along. You can try to cut as we're going, or you can just watch it first and then go back and catch the replay. So my card base, I am using Old Olive, and it is an 8.5 by 5.5 inch card base, standard US size card base. So it's a half a sheet of cardstock. And I have scored that in the middle at 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and fold that. We're going to give it a good crease with the bone folder. I swear by my bone folder. I think if you've been watching me for a hot minute, you know that I use it all the time. So the next one is that gorgeous crumb cake, pretty just neutral pattern. And this one is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. That's our first layer. And you can go ahead and just put that down now because we're not doing anything special with that. And I'm going to show you a few different versions of this same kind of layout that I have made from this card, this designer series paper pack. The nice thing is that even though I'm using one of the pre-printed 4x3 pieces, 3x4, whatever, you can use any kind of designer paper for this. And so this is that 3x4 piece. You can go ahead and use a regular piece of cardstock for this. You can use a different designer paper, like, you know, something like that, that's just got an all over pattern. But this pack is so nice. It just comes with those. So got a 3x4 piece. And then we have a couple of strips. And I'm going to show you a little bit different on my samples. So we'll kind of see these two ways, but your one strip is going to match your card base if you choose to do that. And that is 3 1/2 by 1/2 inch. And then the other one is for your sentiment. And that is 2 3/4 by 3/4. So I made this a crumb cake to go with my background papers here. So obviously with your sentiment, if you're using a different stamp set than I am, you might need to adjust the size of that to fit whatever sentiment you're using. So feel free to just adapt, right? So the other thing I love is when I am using designer papers, my inside piece on my card, this is just a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. And I like to take a little strip that matches what I did on the outside and just put it on the inside. And now I look all fancy schmancy and professional and amazing. And people are like, oh, I wish I could be you. Guess what? You can be. It's this easy. So voila. So there's our inside piece. And you know what? We might as well go ahead and just put that inside, right? Get that out of our way. And then we'll assemble the front of this card. So I will tell you while I'm putting this together, I was so excited. So many of you probably know that I work at a public library. I'm the administrative assistant. I am not a librarian. And, you know, I'm back of house, as my son says, because he's a cook. But we have a bookmobile at our library. And even though I've worked there almost 3 years, I have not once been on the bookmobile because it's just like never a good time. So the bookmobile actually stops every 3 weeks at the top of my road, but it's always on a Monday night and I do my lives on Monday night. So normally I'm home before it stops here. We're in the middle of dinner. We're cleaning up. I'm getting stuff ready for my lives. So I've not been able to. Well, tonight we popped over to Chipotle to have dinner. And when we came home, there it was sitting at the top of the road. So I looked at Russ. I said, hey, want to go look at the bookmobile with me? So I got to go hang out with a couple of my coworkers on the bookmobile, and it was super, super fun. I have noticed that I have trimmed this so you can kind of see the edge of the other panel that was above it. So I'm just going to give it, as my friend Jamie says, a little haircut. All right. Because I don't want that showing. So you're going to take your little 3 1/2 by 1/2 strip and just flip your little 3x4 piece over. Put a little bit of adhesive right on the edge. And then you'll just pop that up so that that peeks out. It's just a nice little accent piece. Quite frankly, especially if you're Go Bookmobile staff. Yeah, they're awesome. One of my well, two of my good friends were on there tonight, Nina and Chris. Shout out to Nina and Chris. You guys were rock. Yeah, it was super fun. They do so much good things. Absolutely love it. And I was so excited to actually get in the bookmobile. So Yeah, so if you're making, especially if you're making simple cards, designer series paper is great because it adds so much design and texture, and it helps also with all of your color coordination, right? So you don't have to figure out which colors to use. The designer paper does that all for you. The other thing that's helpful for simple cards is adding little layers and little accents like this. So, and the third thing that really helps simple cards is dimensionals. I absolutely love these. These are super inexpensive. You get like 300 in a pack. So they're a great value. And they really do add that dimension to your cards, right? So it kind of makes them elevated, literally and design wise. Super, super fun. And then that's just going to go in the center of our card. So a pretty simple layout. And now we need our sentiment. Let me pop these off. Again, if you need measurements, they are posted in the description. No, in the discussion of this thread, but I will also make sure to go back and, because of that snafu I had at the beginning, I'll make sure that those are posted. So the stamp set, well, the bundle that I'm using is called Lovely Arrangements. It is part of this whole suite of products. So the suite is called Lovely Blossoms. Like I said, it'll be out tomorrow. So don't go looking for it yet. Unless, of course, you're a demonstrator like Penny, because we get to pre-order things. So she has access to it. But absolutely love this stamp set. Lots of different fonts. I love when we can mix and match fonts. Really pretty flowers and the little leaves. The dies that go with it are fabulous. Absolutely. I've been using this a lot. I'll be using it all month, so you're going to get sick of seeing it. Just kidding. You'll actually probably want it. As soon as, you'll see it, and you'll go, yeah, I think I got to have that. So I chose the thank you. I'm going to do a little, and I'm only using one stamp pad tonight too, the Secret C, which is nice. It's a good dark neutral, so you can use it to stamp your flowers. You could use it to stamp your leaves, and you can use it to stamp all your sentiments. So it's very fabulous. It's a hard worker. Uh-oh, I forgot something. See, that's what happens. That's okay. I'll show you on the sample what I did. So the one we're making like together right now, I'm not using any die cuts for. Just using the papers, the stamps, the ink. That's it, right? So if you don't have a die cut machine yet, you can totally make this without it. I absolutely love my die cut machine. So, I recommend it, of course. And I will show you samples with the die cuts on them so you can see kind of the difference. So when you've got a just plain rectangular sentiment, this is fine. You could add that to your card. Absolutely great. You want to step it up a little bit and add a little interest, and you don't have a die cut machine, I suggest just doing a little angle cut. So I'm going to go ahead and angle cut this side. And then what you do is when you turn it around, if you line up your angle with one of the lines on the trimmer, then this side will be the same angle as the other side. And you've got this perfect, like it looks like a factory made it, but it's handmade. And it adds just that little bit of interest, like I said. We're going to go ahead and put that on flat. And I have to scroll down so I don't miss anything. I know, I love that angle trick, right? Thanks to my friend Jamie, she taught me that one. I love how demonstrators are just so, they just share so readily. We learn so much from each other, and it's just freely given. I love it. So there we go. And you could stop right there, and it would be totally send-worthy card. It would make somebody totally happy, right? Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and add another thing from this suite of products. It's these glossy dots. I am obsessed, or I'm sorry, as Glinda would say, I'm obsessulated. We finally went and saw Wicked this weekend. So the second one, we've seen the first one already. So let's see which color. We've got white, we've got cloud cover, we've got the old olive, and we've got secret sea. I kind of think I want to pull out the cloud cover from this background. Let's do it, right? Okay, so let's add a large one on this side of this leaf. And we'll add a smaller one on this side. And then let's make our little triangle. So let's pop down by this leaf. And now we've got our little triangle of 3 dots. And that's just a nice way to oomph that up, right? Again, pretty inexpensive way to oomph up a simple card. Okay. And totally, if yours looks different, that's okay. That's what makes it handmade, right? Still completely send worthy. And if you did go ahead and make a card with me tonight, I would love you to either post a picture in the comments or you can shoot me a message with a picture because I'd love to see what you created with the same measurements. So if this card is totally what you like, what your style is, then this is very much the vibe of this month's class, which also used this entire suite of products. So I am starting in-person classes again. The next one is Friday, January 23rd. So I'll be posting things about that soon. And because of that, I will only be doing 2 lives a month now. So the first one will be like this, where it'll be Make It With Me. I will post measurements ahead of time. And then the second one will be like the 3rd week of the month, probably. And that'll be more product focused or, something like that, something where I'm teaching you something. So you're not going to be making it with me. It'll be, hey, why this works. So and I'll be teaching you a little bit there. So you can just grab your favorite beverage for that one and sit back and relax and enjoy. Let's see. Okay, now here's the other thing. Don't stop here. Think about somebody that could use this card this week. Get the envelope out and get it ready to send right away because that is our goal, right? Right. All right, let me show you my other samples. So I wanted to show you, there it is. So this cool die right here is like, let me get it out because it's actually pretty large. And what I did for my samples was I took that and I just cut one of the rows off. And then this is one of the other little labels that are in there, the dies. So pretty fabulous. I love how that mirrors the oval on here. And then this is what I forgot to do tonight, was stamp that so very much. I love these kind of builder sets where you can build a sentiment, especially when they mixed fonts. It just makes you look so amazing, right? Like you're just the best artist in the world. A new plan, yeah. Well, I will say, Penny, that I am working on getting a digital version of my classes going too. I don't know that I'll have it ready for January, but that's something that'll be coming this year too. So maybe you can take advantage of my digital classes. So I went ahead and did a couple of other of the panels and designer papers in there. So same layout with that pretty petal pink. And then this gorgeous, oh, look at those glossy dots. They just add, yummy, yummy. Love it. And then the last one, this is one of the 3x4 panels, but it's really could just be regular designer paper, right? So, and you'll notice on each of these that I matched the card base with this strip here. So each of them kind of matches that, which took some of the guesswork out of it, right? I didn't have to figure out what color strip to put there. I just matched it with the card base and that was that. I also put those glossy dots as 3 of the flower centers on this one. And then I did that cute little angle trick on this instead of die cutting it. So there you go. There's my 3 samples. I hope that you came up with something as well, and I hope that you'll share it with me and send it so somebody else can have a smile in their mailbox this week. All right. Well, thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I hope you'll take what we made today and turn it into a card you actually send. I'll be putting more details and links in Tuesday's email. and I'll see you again soon. Happy stamping.